Okay, the last video, it was a little too close up. So this video, I'm trying to keep my arm just a little further away from my face. So if my arm gets a little tired, I might have to just end this video a little sooner than expected. But I wanted to talk in this video about how God works. I've been just there's some situations going on in my life. And so I just kind of been evaluating, I don't know, everything. To be honest with you, I'm evaluating everything in my life. And so one of the things I've been thinking about is his ways. It's January, and the typical thing in January is many people, including me, set New Year's resolutions for the year. And one of them that is very common is working out. And usually people come to this conclusion because they have looked at their self in the mirror numerous times, or even at their body or in clothes, and have just been disgusted, have just become disgusted at what they look like. And so they want to get rid of this excessive weight that they have on that makes them look a little bit more fluffier than they want. And so to help motivate them, they usually see a picture or find a picture or, see a workout or have a friend that works out, whatever. And they keep that image in their mind, and that becomes their motivation to lose weight. And so they hit the gym and they're all excited. And once they get to the gym, it's, oh my gosh, I'm about to look like that picture. And a couple weeks pass and you look at yourself in the mirror and you still have that weight that reminds you that you have extra skin on you. And, you just kind of wonder, is it going to go away? And then, you're out there sweating and sweating and sweating and sweating, and you're keeping the picture in mind, but you're just not real sure. And gradually, if we don't give up, it goes away. And I was thinking about this because in my life right now, that is what God has done. He has allowed a picture of what he is going to bring into fruition into my life, into reality, not fruition, into reality in my life. And so, in the initial, it's kind of like working out. It's like, all right, yeah, we're going to get there. It's going to look good. I'm going to look good. It's all going to be good. Everything's good. We're on the good mountain. We're up high. But then, one storm after another storm after another storm came. And as the storms come, it's kind of like, we could say like 3 tornadoes came on this weekend, and then the next weekend, a couple more are going to come. But you really start wondering, Lord, you remember when just a couple of weeks ago you told me that this was it, and that, I could connect this happening to this happening, and you confirmed that this was of you, from you, whatever, and that this was what's going to happen. And you just really start questioning God. You really start wondering if he's true, if he's real, and if he's really going to do all that he says that he's going to do. And then you really kind of start questioning his ways. It's like, man, I was feeling really good at the first of the year, or, at the beginning, or a couple of weeks ago. I mean, I had some things going on, but overall, Lord, I was feeling hopeful in you. I was, things were not going great, but they weren't going bad. And compared to now, they're just like the total opposite and stuff like that. And so you just kind of wonder. And, but I was thinking that is how God works. It's kind of like the children of Israel crossing the Red Sea. He told them what was going to happen, and they were all for it. And they're like, yeah, yay, woo. And then when the storms came, when he allowed the storms to come, a lot of doubt came, and a lot of questioning came, and people really wanted to run back. And some people didn't even want to face the storm that was in front of them because it was just too much. It's just too much, I guess. I don't know. You get tired sometimes. You get tired of fighting sometimes. Just like you get tired of going to the gym and you get tired of working out. You get tired of fighting. But they finally made it, and they finally got there, and he still came through. And the thing is that when he told them it was time to cross the river, or the river, oh Lord help me, when it was time to cross, nothing could stop what he was doing. Nothing could stop it. There is times in the Bible when things happen and things stop it, but at this time, nothing could stop it. They were going. And all they had to do is just follow the people. Now, if they went back to the woods, can't help them. You can't say he ain't just going to, pick them up and then plop them over there. If they're going to go back to the woods, they got to go back to the woods. But as long as they stayed with the pack, they crossed. All of them. And so, I don't know. I guess right now, there's many storms going on in my life. Many. More than a handful. And I kind of wonder, Lord, when you're going to show up? When are you going to do what you said you were going to do? And how can I trust you this time? And how can I believe you this time? Because how many times have you let me down? How many times have you let me down? And some of you might be saying, oh my, God doesn't let you down. Yeah, well, he just doesn't do things like I want him to, okay? How about that? But, why can I trust you this time, Lord? And why should I follow you this time? And the truth is that that's God. He gives you a picture of what's coming before, and then he takes you through the storm. And the storm is to build you. The storm is to grow you in him. The storm is to take your unbelief and turn it into belief. And what I mean by that is it's in the fog that your unbelief can grow. And it's in the fog that your belief can grow. But it's up to you which one you choose to let grow. And a lot of times we choose unbelief because we can't see no more. But it's actually a time to grow, and a time to grow our belief and to hang on to that idea that he's still going to come through, and he's still going to do everything that he said, and he's still going to take care of you. And I was sitting here writing. This is going to be a longer video than I thought, actually. I was actually sitting here writing, and I was writing out some of these thoughts because me and my mom were talking about something that recently happened that we're having to deal with. And the truth is, when, for me, maybe not for you, but for me, when it becomes stormy, that's when my patience becomes impatient. My impatience feed my feelings, and I want to know answers right now. I want to know, if I do this, are you going to do that? I want to know why you did what you did. I want to know. You could actually say that's when a controlling spirit starts kicking in. Because the agony and all the feelings that go with it that storm is causing is just, disturbing my soul. And I want to gain control of that. And I want it back. And so I want God to give me answers. And But when it's all good, I don't have those feelings. But it's in the storm, all those feelings grow. And I have to learn how to sit down and just say, okay, I got to do it your way, Lord. I got to wait on you. I got to do it your way. And that's exactly what me and my mom said in regards to this situation. I'm like, we understand it's coming. We know what's coming. We've been told. We've been warned. I guess now it's just accepting that it's really here. It's finally here. What we're talking about, we've been talking about for, God, I know for a good 20 plus years. And so 20 plus years, can you imagine that? 20 plus years. Anyway, but we know it's here. And we have to accept it. And my mom even said, she goes, that's the hardest part, is accepting that it's here. And, and I said, so I said, we don't understand how God is going to work all this out, but we have to just, stay in him. And I said, I think that's part of the hard part, is not knowing how is he going to work all this out? How is he going to do this? How is he going to make this right? Is he going to make it right? Is he going to let somebody get one over on us? Because somebody's already has. I don't know. So many questions. But actually, this same concept is not just with the situation I have with my mom. Me and my mom are going through. This is a concept I have going on in numerous areas of my life. It really has shown me that I still got to grow, and I still got to wait on him, and I still got to live in faith. And I think that sometimes we come to a place and we're like, you know what? I did A, B, and C, and here it is. And this, I'm just starting to talk and ramble on. Anyway, I'm about to end this. I did A, B, and C, and so here I am, God, give me, isn't it time for me to ease up? But I was listening to the sermon about Jubilee, and I thought about that in my life, because I understand Jubilee can come at any time. But I believe that because of our human nature, and because God knows how our human nature is, and because he knows our makeup so well, that he understands that it actually might take a human 7 years to do everything that he needs them to do to get to the next thing. And those are just my thoughts. Please don't go write them down or anything. Those are just something that I have been thinking about, because as I listened to the sermon on Jubilee, I looked back at my life and I could see where things had happened in increments of 7 years. But it took those 7 years to get to the next place, of wanting to get to the next place, whatever that might be. And trust me, I have different stories for each 7 years. So, but anyway, it's in the development of those 7 years that it takes to get there to Jubilee. And that this is what I was going to point out, is that during those 7 years, there was a lot of bad things that had happened, or what we would classify as storms, growth, development, those positive aspect words on them. But after the 7 years, they had 7 years of good. So it was 7 years of bad and then 7 years of good. And I don't know. I was thinking about that. How too often, I don't know what I was thinking about that. I think I'm about to end this because I'm done. But I don't really know. But I just know that too often that, when we're in the bad, we think no more good is going to come. But a lot of times, good is coming, and there'll probably be a stream of good. You're still going to have some storms. They just might not be as bad as the 7 year storms that were taught that you had to go through to get you to the next stage in which God has for you. And so, long story short, all this was to say that in God's ways is that he shows you the initial, and then he will take you to a storm where you can't see anymore. And then it comes. But in the meantime, we got to believe, and we got to stay focused on Him and keep His commandments close and follow Him in all our ways, because it doesn't take much to get off track and to start living like somebody, or let me say, just living in values and stuff, beliefs that we really don't want to live in, that we don't prefer. And sometimes we just kind of slide on in those beliefs and we don't even realize that we slid in until after. And so anyway, I just wanted to share that. And I think I have one more thought. I'm not sure.